like whatever I do, the topic trans is always going to come up. But that's just what it is. I'm fine with that.
No, but sometimes you do mention it. Like we were just sitting here talking about dogs, and you went, do you mind if I have balls?
Hey guys, episodes like this don't happen often where a podcast is funny for the wrong reasons. Jim Norton and his wife Nikki were on the We Might Be Drunk podcast, and there were a lot of awkward and cringe moments. The wife Nikki came across as insufferable. Jim Norton is a pretty well-known comic who's been around for a long time, and I think last year he married Nikki, who's a Norwegian trans woman. She was a cam girl when they met. They're definitely an unusual couple. Jim is 56 and she's 27. She has a mail package, which Jim is very happy with. So it's not something we hear about often. They have pretty good banter, which is why they've been on a bunch of different podcasts, and they can be entertaining. And this was certainly entertaining if you like seeing people uncomfortable. So the first 30 minutes is just her talking about dicks, or the fact that she has one. She can't stop saying the word. I mean, I might have to censor some of it so YouTube doesn't penalize me. Even when they would talk about something else, she would just bring the conversation back to center around her being trans, or just the fact that she has a dick.
Yes, exactly.
You know who's got a big cock? Defoe. I heard James Woods.
Oh, really?
Your wife.
My wife? Yeah. But no, James Woods has a legendarily
And I'm very
giant
proud
dick.
to have a penis, although I'm a woman. I'm very proud to have a penis. It works, and I love my body.
Yes.
Cool. Yes.
Well, I'll be on the webcam later.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll send you a link.
Send me a link. Who are we talking? Quinn? Colin?
I want to know,
He
Colin,
probably has a thick, juicy cock.
you think so?
Like an
Yeah,
Irish
because
potato.
when he grows out his beard, it just kind of grows everywhere. So I
Sure.
just feel like his dick did the same through puberty.
You think he's got a thick dick?
Well, he's got a
I
big old
do.
square noggin on him,
Exactly. I think he has a fat cock.
too. Anyone else hard?
I don't know.
My lady wanted a cat. I was against it. We have a cat. I love the cat.
You love it, right?
I love the cat.
We were going to get a naked cat.
Oh, a hairless?
Yeah, but then I learned you have to put them in the sink like once or twice a week because they become like a ball sack and
Yeah.
oil up, and you
Yeah.
have to wash and shower them continuously. And we don't need 3 ball sacks.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, third scrotum in the house is not acceptable. So yeah, a small poodle will be kind of nice. And you can get those things like you open, it's like a thing of grass you can get.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this big, and you can get them every couple
Do you
of
think
weeks.
it's weird that I have balls? Like the fact that I'm sitting here, and I know it's in 2024. I do get that. Is everyone like over it? The fact that I'm in a skirt and balls?
Yeah. I think
It's
we're
an
over it.
odd
Fine,
question.
right? It's not like, oh my God, she's sitting here with a penis. Everyone's done with that.
I haven't seen your balls yet. So I think if they drooped out, I would be like, oh. Ball.
No, but you still probably feel that the room has balls. Like a character with balls have entered.
At one point, it felt like a pretty long time after they stopped talking about dicks. They're talking about dogs, and then she's like, hey, what do you think about me having a dick? Which was pretty hilarious, but definitely awkward. You could see Sam look uncomfortable at times, like he just couldn't wait for it to end. Eventually, she brings up the fact that wherever she is, the topic of being trans somehow always comes up in conversation. And she says this right after bringing up her being trans out of the blue. And Jim thankfully calls her out on it and says what we're all thinking.
No, I mean, look, I would still love you. No matter what you did like that, like it's one of those things where you still love the person, but I mean, I wouldn't want to be
I'm also in a
married.
situation where like whatever I do, the topic trans is always going to come up. But that's just what it is. I'm fine with that.
No, but sometimes you do mention it. Like we were just sitting here talking about dogs, and you went, do you mind if I have balls?
No.
Later on is where I think she starts to become unbearable. She talks about how she's proud of the fact that she doesn't have a job and that she never wants to have a job, and it's just not for her.
Now that you're married, do you not do as many sets? You're not going out. I still see you at the cellar.
I do more sets. The more I'm out of the house, the fucking better. Yeah. No, I'm doing 2 sets a night, and I'm on the road. I mean,
Have a wonderful life with Jim Norton.
There
yeah,
you
it's
go.
great.
Great to be 27 and non-working and making foods and dinners. And
What do you make?
Norwegian salmon. I
Oh.
make Norwegian food.
But that Norwegian, what's that thing I don't like that you like?
Fläskduppe. It's a delicacy.
What is it?
It's like fat bacon, but like extra thick, and you put it on potatoes and cabbage stew.
Oh,
Really,
to
no,
me.
but it's really
Sounds
good.
good.
And then
It's
you
not.
pour all the grease from the dish over.
I love it.
Delicious.
no,
I'm in.
you wouldn't.
But I feel like Jim's a very manic person, so I get to enjoy not the single life, but life of my own when he's working so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
there you
love
go.
that.
Yeah, I like it too. We like to
Do
get
whatever I want. I can get a credit card. I don't need to work, and I wouldn't have a job. And it's fine that people look down at me for not wanting to have a societal job, Sorry, I don't want that. I've never wanted that. I've been vocal about that since I was 16, and I'm never going to have a job and be a sheep of society. Won't do it. And if people are going to hate me for that, fine. I don't care. I have a complete different experience than the average human being.
Everybody watching this.
Not to
is
sound
going, "What a fucking
narcissistic,
bitch."
but I've not had to have a job, and I'm very proud of that.
Well,
It's one of my greatest accomplishments.
It's weird that she would say that because she has a unique experience compared to the average person, she shouldn't need to work. Sounds like something a narcissist would say, and she even acknowledges that she sounds like a narcissist. If this was a regular woman, I think she would have been called out a lot more, but the fact that she's trans, I think distracts us from the fact that she's a bit of a gold digger, or at least acting like one. It seems like she's with Jim because of the lifestyle he can provide, and I think Jim knows this and doesn't care. However, it just makes her look bad. Couple that with the fact that she was pretty rude in conversation, she kept cutting Jim off and completely changing the subject, or she would just make the subject about herself.
Yeah. No,
All
that's
right.
not good. That's not a good Lucille Ball.
She
Yeah.
looks more like Bon Scott.
She really does. Holy shit.
Decent bulge on him, though. They gave him that.
Bond? No, but
No
in
one's
real life,
ever
Bond
gonna
had a
make
bulge.
statue
Oh,
of
okay.
me.
What? I didn't hear. What
They
did my
would make
awkward
me
wife
look
say?
So manly.
Yeah, they really did.
Bon Scott's bulge was legit.
It's so awkward, it was funny. Seeing all of the guys try and ignore her as she's laughing at her own joke. They're talking about a statue of an old actress, and out of nowhere she says, "They would never make a statue out of me." It's as if she doesn't know how to talk about a topic without focusing on herself. Here they're talking about Bon Scott, and again she randomly makes it about herself.
He's insured it. I don't know. I don't know the details. Oh, yeah.
That's
He's got
Bon
a
Scott.
little wet spot. I think.
Yeah.
I would never fuck him. I'm sorry.
Really? You
I
don't
don't.
like-
I don't think that's hot at all. I don't
the
think
belly?
he has any percent of sex appeal. For me as a young
Really?
person, he would never get to fuck me.
Okay.
Never. I would never let him fuck me. It
You
doesn't
take very
matter-
odd
It doesn't
stands.
matter how much cocaine.
Farting and Bon
I don't like a
away.
guy with AIDS, and I wouldn't fuck
Sorry,
Bon
but
Scott.
he is just not fucking sexy.
Two things you don't like: AIDS
That
and Bon
is
Scott.
not sexy.
Yeah. So
Really?
you wouldn't
Is that
fuck Magic
watermark?
Johnson.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
I'm sure as they were talking about Bon Scott, they were wondering in that moment if Nikki would sleep with him, because that's the way she made it seem. Like, hey guys, just FYI, he wouldn't get to sleep with me. She reminds me of Bert Kreischer, the way she would constantly interrupt or just make herself the focal point of every conversation. I'm not sure how Jim listens to that all day, but maybe this was a one-off, and she's not usually this awkward, but it seems exhausting to try and have a conversation about something that isn't about her. In other news, it looks like they're trying to get a reality show going about their life, and I'm sure there's a market for it, but apparently they're having trouble getting meetings. But after seeing this, I can understand why. It's a shame because I do think they have pretty good banter, and I'm sure it's given Jim a lot of stand-up material. I personally love seeing an awkward conversation and seeing how the hosts try and recover from the awkwardness, so this was pretty entertaining. If you enjoyed this, hit the like and subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching.